Hello students, warm greetings to all. Let us take a bird eye view at what was taught you the other day. Only the other day, what did we get to see is that the ministers and members of the council decided to write a letter of an inquiry to the Italian government asking a guillotine machine and an expert or an executioner who is designated to execute the head of the criminal. So they wrote a letter inquiring a guillotine machine or an executioner as they did the same to the French government earlier. Later, a reply was received by the ministers and the members of a council. What was written in a letter that was sent by the Italian government is that they would have pleasure in supplying both a machine and an executioner, which means they would feel very happy in lending a machine or an executioner, but the cost would be around 12,000 francs. But this 12,000 francs is somehow cheaper compared to that 16,000 asked by the French government. But this 12,000 even seemed to be too much to the kinglet of Monaco. Why? Because is that the rascal or mischievous man or the criminal was not worth the money. He is not equivalent the money that they would invest to execute him. As a result, and the another thing is that if the kinglet of Monaco had accepted giving a 12,000 francs to Italian government, it would still cost more than 2 francs per head to each inhabitant of Kingdom of Monaco, which means the kinglet of Monaco had to levy or impose 2 more francs on each inhabitant. This would be the huge amount to all the inhabitants of Monaco. So it could be a financial burden to them. So the kinglet didn't like that. So the another council was called or summoned by our kinglet of Monaco. The members of the council discussed and considered the matter very seriously about what could be done next with a less expense. Having this issue among themselves, they went on talking to them what could be done next. And suddenly a question that arose amidst them, that is, couldn't one of our soldiers execute or cut the head of the criminal in a rough or homely fashion? So the general who held a high rank among the soldiers was summoned and asked a question here, that is, can't you find any one of the soldiers one who cut the criminal's head off? Why all the ministers and the members of the council A thought like this is that, especially in a war field, these professionals, that is soldiers, wouldn't mind killing their enemies. That is what they are trained for. That is the area in which they are very skilled persons. So, the general, after having asked this question by the ministers and the members of our council, he had gone to his soldiers and talked to them over this issue. To now, whether one of them would do this work or would undertake the job. But no one came forward to execute the man's head or cut the man's head off. No one came forward. What had they responded is that no, they said like this. They do not know how to do this work, how to execute. And further, soldiers gave general a reason that execute is not the thing. Execution is not the thing that we have been taught in our training. That is not the area of interest that we are well trained in it. Again, the same question that is being repeated here. What was to be done? Again, the ministers considered and reconsidered the matter. They took into their consideration and reconsideration. They examined, they penetrated into the matter very thoroughly to know and to get to know what needs to be done next. So, all the ministers, after taking consideration this matter, they assembled a committee and subcommittee. I told you people the meaning of these words, commission, committee and a subcommittee, in our previous class. And at last, they had a much deliberation among themselves and decided that the best thing would be to change or alter the death sentence into an imprisonment for life, which means what was given to the criminal earlier, that is the death sentence, which means he should be executed. But now a modification is made, that is, a modification is made in the decision, that is, imprisonment for life, keeping the criminal throughout his life in a prison is called imprisonment for life. Until the moment he dies, he will be kept inside the prison. That's what we call imprisonment for life. This is how they keep changing their decisions in dealing with the criminal. And here, Leo Tolstoy made a remark saying that this is how the kinglet of Monaco can show his sympathy over the criminal, and the things would come very cheaper. And later, what did we get to see is that after having a much deliberation among themselves, they came to a conclusion to give a criminal imprisonment for life. The Prince of Monaco accepted to give a an imprisonment for life to the criminal. So the matter was finally arranged. Everything was arranged to give him a imprisonment for life. But all these members of Kingdom of Monaco found another edge as they confronted earlier while making an arrangement of guillotine machine and an executioner. That is, they found another itch over here. That is, in the Kingdom of Monaco, there was no suitable prison for a man sentenced for life, which means this Kingdom of Monaco didn't have any strong or fit prison in it to sentence for life. But there was a small lockup inside the Kingdom of Monaco, similar to the lockup of a police station, which can be used temporarily. But soon after, all of them managed to find out a place where this criminal could be kept inside the prison. We came to know earlier that there was no strong prison found in the Kingdom of Monaco, but soon after they discovered a place where they could keep this criminal permanently in a prison. And later, ministers and other members of the council appointed a guard to keep watching the movements of the criminal inside the prison, and some of the functions were assigned to the guard. That is, he had to watch the movements of the criminal inside the prison and had to fetch or bring the food from the palace kitchen. This is the point where I stopped teaching you people in our previous class. Let us make a move onto the another paragraph. What do we see here is that the prisoner remained there month after month till a year had passed. Here, the prisoner, after being imprisoned inside the prison, he stayed there inside it even after a month. He spent many days, months, and a year too. Even a year had rolled by, which means the prisoner stayed or remained in a prison, spending his whole time inside the prison. Even a month had rolled on, and even a year had passed. But when a year had passed, the kinglet, looking over the account of his income. But when the kinglet of Monaco came to know that already this criminal had passed a year, he wanted to know the income and expenditure that would cost to the criminal. So, after coming to know that a year had already been passed, the kinglet made his way forward towards the account or the record book which contained the income and expenditure that would cost to the criminal. So the kinglet started looking over the account or record of the criminal's income. That's what we call income, in a sense it is the financial gain. The kinglet kept looking over the account of the income that was gained by the criminal and the expenditure. One very fine day. On this fine day, this kinglet observed the income and expenditure. Expenditure, which means the money that is spent to the criminal. And later he noticed a new item of expenditure. When he kept looking over the account of income and expenditure, the kinglet noticed a new item of expenditure that was spent on the criminal. That was utterly a new item. This was for the keep of the criminal. This new item that is referred to in the previous line or in the above line, a new item that refers to the keep of the criminal, which means the new item of expenditure would be cost for the keeping of the criminal inside the prison. Keeping of the criminal inside the prison would cost too much. It's not an easy job. At least the kinglet of Monaco has to spend some money in keeping this criminal inside his prison. So the new item of expenditure that was discovered when he took his eye onto the income and expenditure, he found that he discovered that this new item of expenditure was only for keeping of the criminal inside the prison. And there was another thing, that is, was it for the small item either? Here we can see the two reasons for the new item of expenditure. Why would it cost too much in the expenditure that was observed by our kinglet of Monaco is that he found two reasons over here, that is for the keeping of the criminal inside, and it might be a small item either. There was a special god. I told you people earlier that ministers and members of the council appointed a special god to keep watching the movements of the criminal. He was a special god, which means in his profession of watching the criminal, he was very skilled person, well versed in his profession. He had such a specialization in his profession. That's why he was named as a special god over here. And there was also the man's foot. And I told you people in our previous class that some of the functions were assigned to this god. That is, he had to keep watching the movements of the criminal inside the prison, and he had to fetch or bring the food that was available, that was prepared for the god. So there was also the man's food. For these two reasons of appointing a special god and preparing a man's or criminal's food came to more than 600 francs a year. As we observed in our previous lines, The new item of expenditure would be 600 francs a year. It came appointing a special guard, and for the mass food would come more than 600 francs a year. And the worst of it was, and here we can find a worst thing which was a part of this expense of 600 francs a year, is that the fellow or the man was still young and healthy. He was looking very young and healthy and might live for 50 years from there onwards. How this fellow looked like is that this criminal managed himself to be young and healthy one. His physical faculty was not unimpaired or damaged, and he might live for more than 50 years from that moment on. When one came to reckon it up, when one of the ministers came forward to consider, that's what we call recon, consider this issue again up, the matter took into a seriousness, which means this matter of this matter turned into a serious one when one of the minister came forward to consider this matter again. This is all about the expense of a 600 francs a year. This is what we call the matter that is referred to over here. It would never do. So the prince summoned his ministers and said to them, when a matter took into a serious consideration, the prince of Kingdom of Monaco summoned his ministers again. Again, all of his ministers were called by the Kinglet of Monaco, and he said to them like this. And he addressed his ministers in the following line. Let us go on to another slide. What the Kinglet of Monaco told his ministers is that here, after having seen all these things, the Kinglet of Monaco told his ministers, you must find some cheaper way of dealing with this rascal. He ordered his ministers to find some cheaper way to deal with this mischievous man. He is not a trustworthy, he is an unreliable man. That's what we call a rascal, unreliable scoundrel he was. So, the Kinglet of Monaco ordered his ministers to find out some cheaper ways which would cost a less expense to deal with this rascal. So, the Kinglet of Monaco urged or forced his ministers to find out some ways or methods or approaches to deal with this mischievous man. The present plan is too expensive. The kinglet of Monaco opines that the present plan is too expensive. He thinks over this issue. Since the beginning of this story, we have seen that investing 16,000 francs and 12,000 francs would be too much to our kinglet of Monaco, and even spending 600 francs a year would still mean too much to our kinglet of Monaco. This shows the readers of this lesson or unit 2D the incapability of a king or queen is shown in the present context of the story. The present plan that we have made is too expensive, which means it costs too much. The ministers met. Again, the ministers were summoned by the kinglet of Monaco. So the ministers met each other. They came together and considered and reconsidered. They took the matter into their consideration and reconsideration, which means they examined or penetrated themselves into the matter very thoroughly to find some cheaper ways to deal with this criminal. Till one of them said, until the moment, to what extent had they argued each other, had they considered each other, is that till one of them said, when one of the ministers came forward to say something, until that moment, all the ministers took this matter very seriously among themselves to find some cheaper ways. And what one of the minister said to another ministers is that, gentlemen, in my opinion, we must dismiss the god. What had one of the minister told other ministers is that, gentlemen, in his opinion, according to him, or he opines that we must dismiss the god. The god has to be dismissed or got rid of. Has to be got rid of. He opines that the best thing would be dismissing the god. But then rejoined another. As the first speaker, let us consider one of the minister, one who said, gentlemen, in my opinion, we must discuss the god, as a first speaker of this sentence. And later, the another one joined the first speaker, then joined another minister here. What the another minister told is a fellow ministers is that the fellow or man will run away, which means we need to let this criminal to go out of the prison. Let us to run away. The fellow will run away out of the prison. Well, said the first speaker, after having listened the second speaker's words of the fellow will run away, the first speaker, one who said earlier, what had he said is that gentlemen, in my opinion, we must dismiss the guard. He was the first speaker. After having listened to the second speaker's words, he appreciates the second speaker's words, telling him that, well, said the first speaker. He appreciates the second speaker's words. The fellow will run away, which means he accepts with the opinion of the second speaker's. Said the first speaker, let him run away. And the above sentence is joined by the first speaker. So, he has supported the second speaker's statement, saying that let him run away. Let all of us leave the criminal out of the prison. Which means we need to let this criminal to go out of the prison and be hanged to him. And earlier, it was not possible to the kinglet of Monaco and other ministers as well to hang or execute this criminal. And earlier, it was execution is nothing but slashing the head of the criminal. But here, the first speaker joined the second speaker's statement, saying that let all of us leave him to run away and be hanged to him, or he should be hanged until he dies. So they reported the result of their deliberations to the kinglet, and he agreed with them. All of them, after having much deliberations amidst them, they reported the same, which became as the outcome of their deliberations in front of the kinglet. They put their report in front of the kinglet. All of them gave the same, which came as the outcome of their deliberation to the kinglet. And after having noticed, the kinglet of Monaco accepted with their opinions. The tutu let him too run away out of the prison. With this opinion, the kinglet of Monaco agreed. The god was dismissed. After having this decision, they think that there is no need to keep this guard. So, all the ministers and other members of the council thought of removing the guard from his position of keeping the watch of the criminal. The guard was later dismissed from his position. He was taken away. The guard was taken away from his position, and they waited to see what would happen. After removing the guard from his position, there was no man left. Near the door too was the criminal's movements. So all the ministers, after removing the guard, all of them waited along to see what would happen next. All of them were very curious to know what would happen next. All that happened was that at a dinner time the criminal came out. What happened at the time of a dinner is that the criminal came out of his prison. That is what all that happened. At the dinner time, when the time came into presence, when the time of dinner came to him, the criminal all of a sudden came out of his prison and not finding his God. After coming out of his prison, the first thing the criminal what he did is that he wanted to see the God very next to the door, but he found no God there. And later, after finding no God, he went to the prince's kitchen to fetch his own dinner. And later, after discovering no God near the doors, he directly went to the prince's kitchen where his food was prepared for him. To bring it, he had gone to the prince's kitchen. After finding no God, one who served him earlier is food. But finding no God over there, he had gone himself into the kitchen to bring his own dinner. He took what was given to him. What he did inside the kitchen is that he took what was given to him. He received the food, what was prepared and given to him. And later, after having received his dinner, directly returned to his prison. He came back. After having received his food, came back to his prison, shut the door on himself. He wouldn't go anywhere else. Instead of going anywhere, though he found no God at all to keep watching him, he shut the door on himself. He went inside, taking his dinner, what was given to him, and shut the door. And he closed the door on himself and stayed inside. Taking his dinner inside the prison, he shut the door and remained or stayed inside the prison. The next day, the same thing that occurred. The very next day, in the upcoming days or following days, the same thing that occurred, which means the same thing that appeared. He went for his food at the proper time. As we have come to know, earlier, he had gone to the palace kitchen to bring his own food at the time of dinner. And again, the same sentence is being repeated over here. He went for his food at the proper time. When the time came to him, that was the dinner time. At the exact time, he made his way forward out of his prison to bring his food from the palace kitchen. But as for running away is concerned, in terms of going out of the prison, letting now anyone, even a sign of going away out of the prison he didn't show even a least sin of it. And here, what we see is that as far running away is concerned, he didn't show or display even a least or timid sin of it. He didn't like going out of the prison. He wanted to be the part of the prison. And later we will come to know what were the reasons left behind it, why he wanted to stay only inside the prison. Will be known to us in the following paragraph. What was to be done after having seen all these actions of the criminal? Again, the question that comes into presence. What was to be done? They considered the matter again. So, all the ministers and the the members of the council took this matter into their consideration to go thoroughly into the matter. What needs to be done again? Let us make a move onto the another slide here. And here, what do we see is that we shall have to tell him straight out, said they, that we do not want to keep him. So the minister of justice had him brought before him. The ministers, what they told is that we shall have to tell him straight out. They are in a position to tell this criminal to go out of the prison directly. They have decided themselves that to tell this fellow to go out of the prison. They need to tell it in a very straight manner. They need not to hesitate. Said they, that we do not want to keep him. What shall have to tell him is that they do not want to keep him for long inside the prison. This needs to be told to the criminal. All of the ministers do not want to keep this criminal inside the prison, as they would have 600 francs of expense a year. So they have decided to tell the criminal like this. So the minister of justice had him brought before him. So the minister of justice had brought this criminal before him. Now the criminal was brought. The criminal was taken before the minister of justice to tell him, we do not want to keep you inside this prison. You can go anywhere else. You can go anywhere that you like. With the intention of saying like this, criminal was brought in front of a minister of justice. The minister asked the criminal a question, why do you not run away? There is no God to keep watching you. There is no one to watch you. Why do you not run away? What makes you to be here? Why won't you go outside of this prison? Asked the minister. And he gives the reason why he asked such a question to the criminal. There is no God to keep you. We have already removed the God out of his profession. There is no one to keep watching you. You can go wherever you like. You can elope. You can go wherever you like. Even the prince will not mind. Even the kinglet of this dynasty wouldn't mind you going out of the prison. He wouldn't mind anything. He wouldn't bother. You can go wherever you like. And this is how the minister has asked this criminal a question, giving these statements. There is no God to keep you. Why can't you go out of the prison? You can go wherever you like. Let us make a stop over here. We will have a further discussion over this 2D on the rest part of it in our upcoming class. Thank you all for listening to me all through the way. Thank you.